SAFY Century Company Limited is a company that leads the environmentally friendly well-being cooling and heating industry by manufacturing and selling the far-infrared ray heating film and cooling equipment. On the basis of its number of years of know-how and experience, the company is committed to bring trust and reliability to its valuable customers with the customer-first spirit. All-coated type heating film of Heat Plus is a special textile that synthesizes the film of PE tape material with great insulation, fire retardant, and waterproof, along with the PE material with excellent insulation effect, contraction, and expansion. And it is processed with a special waterproofing not to contact with air and humidity for the semi-perpetual and future-oriented film heater for ceiling, walls, and floor heating. Surface-level heat generator of Heat Plus is marketed in Korea, as well as exported to the US, Canada, Russia, China, Japan, and Europe. The heating film has acquired the Electrowave Safety Certification with CE certification and environmentally friendly product with ISO through the Electrowave Experiment and Safety Test. Heat Plus heating film has water-taking ingredient in carbon as the raw material to radiate the far-infrared ray. This is to make the life activities even more active to release the toxic materials, waste substance, and heavy metals through sweat, and it disintegrates the blood clot to promote the clean blood circulation, to increase pH in a way of improving the body of contemporary people from acidity to alkaline nature. We will now explain the work method of Heat Plus. The materials and tools are knife, scissors, cutter, drivers of various sizes, scraper, ruler, lead solder using lead and blade, solder holder, spray bond for heating, butyl tape, insulation tape, electric tape, OPP tape, resistance tester, calculator, cable that uses the lines of 2.5 pi to 4.0 pi, Y-terminal, plug, cable cover, temperature adjuster, temperature sensor, protection, insulation material, heating film, and others. Heating film is installed in the following structure. At first, install the insulation material on the floor and set the film on top and install the protection table and finish materials. The brief work sequence is shown as follows. First is the preparation and floor cleaning. After confirming if materials and tools are prepared, and remove the protruded part and clean the area well. If there is any moisture, prevent the humidity by placing the vinyl over the floor. Next is the installation of insulation materials. The insulation material is cut into the proper size of the room and installed on the floor. Depending on time, the spray bond for heating is used to secure on the floor. The edge of the room would cut the insulation material to fit the shape, and the gap between the insulation materials would be connected with the OPP tape. Next is the film installation. The heating film is tailored on top of the insulation material with the proper length. Then install the tailored film. The arrangement of film has to be made appropriately, but it shall not overlap. And both sides of the film is fixed with the OPP tape. Next is the insulation process. On both sides of the divided part, insulation is made with the electric tape on each part of the line. Then entire part with the cut is insulated with the insulation tape. Next is the soldering process. Work on wiring by folding back the unsecured film part with the OPP tape. At this time, the copper plate is melted with the solder or carve out with the knife and make the first soldering with the lead. The part with the first soldering would work on wiring work in parallel with soldering together with the cable that used the line in second part. Next is the process to insulate the soldering part again. Insulation is made on the soldered part with the butyl tape. The soldering part has to be the size to make the first insulation with the butyl tape, and it is insulated once more with the insulation tape. The back side of the soldering part has to be insulated with the electric tape first and then insulated again with the insulation tape. Next is the process to connect the cable and formulate the consumption power. Make arrangement not to have the cable twisted, and if the wiring part is protruded, the insulation material is cut for the wire thickness and bury it. At this time, the part to cut off the insulation material has to be processed not to have the humidity to come up with the OPP tape. Thereafter, the total resistance value of the lines connected in serial has to be measured to calculate the total consumption power. At this time, the maximum capacity for each adjuster is 4 kilowatts, but it shall not exceed 15 meters with the width of 1 meter. Next is the process to connect the temperature adjuster. The sensor part is set to the middle lower part of the film and fix it with the butyl tape. At this time, open up the insulation material not to be protruded. Then, the adjuster hanger is attached to the part where the adjuster is to be installed. Pull the cable and the sensor to the adjuster location without the lines crossing each other and connect them to the out terminal on the back of the adjuster. The outlet is connected to the in terminal on the back side of the adjuster, and the temperature sensor is to be connected to the sensor terminal on the lower part. Next is the pilot operation process. After supplying the power, make sure that the breaker is not dropped off, and check if the Heat Plus heating film makes the normal temperature increased. Next is the adjuster installation and cable covering process. The adjuster is installed on the adjuster hanger, and the exposed cable and outlet cable are covered with the cable cover. Next is the finishing work and clearance of the process. Humidity protection is made with the OPP tape for the part that the film is not secured, electric wire part, and others. After that, the film protection is placed depending on time. If the reinforced floor is installed as the finishing material, there is no separate protection needed. And when the finishing material for laminated floor paper or deco tile, install the protection with magnesium board or others. Thereafter, be careful for the blade, scissors, or other things that may damage the heating film, and remove all waste materials from the work. Lastly, the finished Heat Plus heating film covers the floor, laminated floor paper, tile, and other external materials to finish the installation. Heat Plus heating film is used in several building types, in hospitals, education facilities, restaurants, religious facilities, and others. You may have economic heating with affordable cost, health heating by using the far infrared ray, and safe heating without the flame. For accommodation facilities in particular, there is the inconvenience of turning on the power. Even if only one guest is in, the entire floor has to be turned on. But the subject system has the remote control system to input the room number and set the temperature, and the master may adjust the temperature in the area with the specific suite that it would make much more economic and pleasant environment. Heat Plus heating film may be purchased through the head office and nationwide sales stores. and you may purchase it in Japan or in China. The number for inquiry may be made through the phone number of 1588-7477. Leader of new concept in heating industry. SAFY Century Company Limited will be near you at all times. Always be with the warmth and coziness. Thank you.